Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Boy, it seems like a couple weeks for me, but it's been only a few days for you. I've just gotten back from my West Virginia vacation this Wednesday, and I had to redo a pond with my husband. Our liner got busted by a rodent. So we had to redo the whole thing. It was just so old it wasn't going to patch. So, anyhow, here is the sneaky peek of the day, and it is, oh gosh, I think I saw it on a Gail Augustinelli. It's like a fold out that you can write inside, and then it folds right back up. I've done one in a previous journal, and I think I had her where she opened from the bottom up, and I had a little pull tab on it, and his little arm worked just perfectly. So it pulls up just like that. It's the height of a page, and it's just got a quarter fold on it. So you can play with, it's a 8.5 by, where's my ruler? 8.5 by 4. Yeah, 8.5 by 4. So just get you a piece and just play with it and see how you would like to open it on a page. It has secret journaling. You can journal inside of all the different little areas. You can go on the inside even and pull it that way. And then you can hide it all underneath the little fold. And then this one, of course, is in the telephone journal. So it's got old phone book in here. And I thought he might be an agent for the telephone company. On the other side, you can see this. And then this is the digital by, it's antique phone, I believe, vintage phone. I always get that wrong. But it's by Wonders by Wink on Etsy, and I'm a design team member for her. And so that will be the only thing I get to show you today. The next thing is it'll be fun. And that will go with, along with my dragon flip through. I've got the dragon journal done. You know where I did it with the plastic bag? Well, it's done. I just decided to do it off screen. Got it all together. But here I have, this is for Caroline's Craft Tree challenge. It's week 43. I have not done one for a few weeks because I was getting all those Halloween journals and things done. I was just overtaxed, I can tell you that. But I'm trying to get back into doing Caroline's great little challenge. This was last week's, I guess. It changes out every Sunday. I'm a little behind. But this one has paper bag, garden tool, lock and key, washi tape, and a ribbon. And this is going to be a pocket that's going into my dragon journal, a long pocket. This, of course, is from Chik-fil-a. I got a salad there the other day. And it had this great little bag that has a clear window on it. Isn't that cool? So go order you a salad to get one of these great little things. It just held silverware and napkins, so it didn't get gummed up by any chocolate or anything else like that. They're like you get the chocolate chip cookies at McDonald's. You get those chocolate chips everywhere. But these two pieces and the lock and key are from the Roses and Laces Stamperia pack. I've still got one of those. I'm trying to get rid of it. There's roses in some of the scenery on the Dragon Journal, so I thought this might go along with that. I have this piece that is going to go in behind. It's got two little, curves in there. I'm trying to keep the front here as is. I don't want to cut that off at all. I'm going to not cut it, but fold it backward, because not only could you've seen the Chick-fil-A red coming through, but I thought this would add a little sturdy to it. And you'd have that to see once you pulled this out. Or pulled this out, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to get back with it, girls and boys. Although I think I'm 100% female, so I could say girls. Oh, gosh. I try to look at my analytics every once in a while. But my pages in my journal are about 8.5 long and they're 6 tall. So this is at 9. So if I was to fold it at 8, where's my little clear window? There we go. So if I was to fold it about right here, I think I would be good. So let me get in there, fold it down, and glue it down. And I'm trying to use up the last little bit of my art glitter glue. I'm going to be going back to my Bearly Arts. I just wanted to try this to see how it went. I think I love the bottle. I felt more comfortable holding this little bottle, so I might see if my Bearly Arts will actually fit in this bottle. But, you know, I can't see a difference. I mean, I've got a little bit more playtime with my Bearly Arts, but it holds just as quickly. I was going to do a, you know, what do you call it? where you check out the different things and tell you how I felt about them. And I've yet to do that. I need to use another, like an Eileen's glue I wanted to try out. And there was another glue, I can't remember what it was, I was going to try out. But I'm sure you're wanting to hear about my West Virginia vacation. All right, both Zachy and me, we met over there in Charleston where we always do our research. And found us quite a bit for what we needed. We were trying to finish up what we needed for one of our volumes, volume 2. So it can get worked on in the next month or so, finalized, gone to print, and we can start taking in money for it. And they will get that as soon as we get that back. Let's see, I'm going to bend that right there so I know where to cut it. And so we got quite a bit of things there. We always make a day of it. They close at 5, so we go to South Charleston and get us a good meal. And we went to Olive Garden. So we're in Olive Garden eating. And, I mean, this is where the West Virginia Turnpike and everything is. And there's always a lot of traffic. We were trying to get around having a lot of traffic when we were over there. So we decided to pull the plug at a certain time. And I said, let's go, because you know how the traffic is. So, needless to say, we get out there, and it was only like, it wasn't even 4 o'clock. And the traffic was already bad. I don't know what was going on. If it was like everybody got off early. It was a Wednesday, though. It was a Wednesday. Anyhow, we get down to our area we're going to eat, and we're good after that. It's just getting on this one little off ramp, but you got several on ramps coming on. I mean, this is not the big city, but there's a lot of people over there. I'm used to little old Stanton, Virginia. I don't like traffic. So we got a good meal. We headed on down, got there by 8 o'clock. Unloaded all of our goodies into the house where we stay. Miss Furby, she lets us stay there, and all of her family live around us. So, and they're all Markhams, right up there along with me. So we all one big happy family. And so we got in, unpacked. Then we always get out the computers and stuff and figure out what we found that day. Oh, it's not going to go all the way in there, is it? Oopsie. I think I'm good. So that's what we'll do every night. We'll work on our findings, and it was the next morning, and Belle, she's Furby's oldest sister, she come over. I'm going to cut that off a little bit. She come over pecking on the door. I mean, we didn't get to see her the night before. Or actually, I think we did. I tried to call her, but I couldn't get through to her. Ends up, her phone and her cable were out. So she said she'd been over in the dark for a week. We couldn't get the stupid phone company or whoever was supposed to come and fix it over there. And they kept sending this young guy who didn't know what he was doing. She was so disgusted. So anyway, she wanted to come in and use the phone next morning. Peck, peck, peck on the sliding glass door. Woke us up. Oh my gosh. So anyhow. Oh, she got to talk to us and get her business doing. And Thursday, that was Thursday. So we were getting ready to head out to go to a courthouse, and we did that. Went to a cemetery, I think, after that. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long day after that. But yeah, we got to do what we needed to do. There wasn't really any exciting stories that happened to us. We did get a chance to go up Ward Holler. I know we wanted to do that. I was telling you about. So we got to go up there. And I scratched my leg up really good on a tree branch. And anyhow, the people were really sweet that showed it to us. And they were real appreciative of what we were doing, you know. Oh, one exciting thing. This was when we went up to Perry Point. That's one of the cemeteries. We were getting ready to stop, or, you know, to be in this next volume. And it needed to be done. Well, we walk up on the top, and we talked about doing a little video for our page, our cemetery page. And so we did that. Well, we're over there. We're looking for a certain grave, and we end up finding a footstone, a big one, you know, like a U-shaped one, for this lady. Her headstone only had EP on it. We know who it is, Eveline Prince. But her headstone only had year dates on it. And she died in 1912. Well, we found a footstone one night, a full day, like October 30th. That was the day we were there. That's the weird thing. We kept finding, like, the days that we were hunting for things or going around and doing things, that date kept coming up. That was weird. So anyhow, she died, Eveline died October 30th, 1912. And that was the day we were up there. So anyhow, we started doing our little video and coming down the hill. And every time we go up there, I swear we find something new. It never fails. Every time. We'll always find another grave. It might have initials on it or something. It's amazing. We just keep on. It's like one little piece of the puzzle every time. Now, I'm a jigsaw freak, so... Oh, I want to thank everybody for coming to visit. I really thank you for all the shares and likes and comments and anything else you'd like to give me that helps my channel out. I get kind of depressed sometimes when I don't see it doing much of anything. That I just need to give y'all content that y'all want to see. Probably will start going into Christmas, if there's any Christmas lovers out there. Tim Holtz has got a set of windows, store windows or something he calls them, that are similar to the ones I used in the Haunted Journal, Haunted Mansion. So, I really like the look of those. And something that Lorette Chandler was doing one day. I really liked the look of it, so I'll probably be working on that as well. Okay, I want the rose to be on the inside in here. So it's going to basically be a big tag. And I had to cut it a little narrower because, see, this one is just a little bit narrower. So always pay attention to your bag and where it needs to be. I might just try to cut it as is and not take it to my cutter. Okay. Look, and it even helps me out with the this kind of shape. There we go. There we go. And then I may may, I don't know if I will, put a pull on it. It's not that it really needs one, but it does not stick out. Let's see what I got up in here. Maybe, I think that other side will work. Let's do that. I haven't been doing very much inking in this, so I don't know that I'm going to worry about inking anything. I will show you the page I'm going to put this on, because there is one other item in the Dragon Journal that I'm going to use. And I had won. I'm always putting my challenges, you know, on the page on Caroline's Craft Tree. And I won one of the months a little bit ago. So I knew I was going to be doing this journal. So I picked her digital, which was Dreaming of Dragons. And it's gorgeous. I printed out a few of the pages and used those, some of the ephemera. I didn't think I was going to have that much room, though, so I had to really watch what I what I added, you know. Well, I'm trying to figure out this. I kind of wanted this to be sort of like a lock and key situation, like the garden gate thing. So I do have a die cut for a gate, but I don't know if I'm going to go into all that. Maybe this will just give the semblance that it's the garden gate. I mean, this is like castles and things like that, so I don't exactly know what all I want to do with it to make it work into the theme. Now, this is my washi. I figured I'd go up on the top side with the washi. If I can, maybe I can rip it to the size I need and not have to, deal with the fighting of it. And then I'm going to just do a scribble right here of glue. That's where the washi is going to go. So yeah, our little expedition turned out good. We got what we got. You know, you think you're going to find things, and then you don't. We went up to Anderson. That was the other one that's going to be in this book. It's Anderson Cemetery. And they called it that because it was on Anderson Branch. And we were looking at these two little baby graves. Were down near the bottom. I think they're right next to their grandmother. And we were trying to figure out who they were, because we always like to put who the parents were and that kind of stuff. So, and I'm going to just put this on the back side. How about that? So, there was some weirdness that had went on at the cemetery since the last time we were there. Now, we may not have looked the last time we walked up there, because we're usually going to the middle area where all of this, these slate graves are at. And they're like some of the Muncies, and we needed to go and check them out. So then we're going out of the cemetery and just going to the base, and then we go by a few graves that one I had been looking at because it was just a rock. It had a flag on it. So I always thought of it as a military guy. So anyway, I'm trying to put some glue on this, and then I'm going to cut it again. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm using some fabric tack, so it'll and that's what I'm going to put this down with. But I'm going to see if I could get that to adhere, and then I can cut a clean swath. And the other end, I'm not going to worry that much with. I'll decorate the top while I'm waiting for that. So we went and saw that grave had a stone on it. It was an older stone now. You know how they're like a rectangular shape? Well, these have these corners cut off of them. But it had full dates and everything. I'm thinking, you know, I I don't believe that's the guy. I don't think that's him. I think somebody put another stone there. So what we did is we wrote down that information. And while we're writing that down, we look down in that little gully. And just below him is another grave that used to be just a sunken hole, but had another stone on it. And we go back to the, we got to go back and do our research. So we go back and we're researching, and we found out the one grave with the full date that had a flag on it, that is actually, that is an old stone. And the guy is up on the upper hillside because there's a whole bunch of Markhams buried up there. Oh, yuck. I'm trying to get that glue piece cut off. Okay. So anyhow, I'll put that on in a minute. So we are putting our information in and found that guy to be buried up above. And then the other little grave, it had like it was a small stone. Ended up being a footstone for another lady that was way up on the hill. That was another Markham. So they were recycling. We were trying to write the article, and I told Zach, I said we should have used musical tombstones. He really liked that. So I don't know if he was going to rewrite that for his page or whatever, but he's going to use musical tombstones. But yeah, we did have somebody, we wrote a post about it, trying to figure out what was going on. So somebody came back and said that was that one little grave with the small stone was a Dorothy Markham. So it was in the same family. So they were just using a cast-off stone, which I see no problem with that. I mean, some of those old stones are beautiful. So they went ahead and just put that other stone there to mark the grave. And so we got an answer for that one. But the other one we never got any feedback on, so I don't know what was going on. Maybe the guy that's buried there is another Bill Markham, but I don't know of one being there, because we'll find death certificates and all kinds of goodies like that. But boy, was that a shock. Get bearing it. Got all kinds of stuff there. All right, I'm going to stick this little guy right here, kind of sitting down on that ribbon. And that is my garden equipment, or whatever you want to call it. This piece, I may be able to put into the journal. I'm going to actually just go ahead and cut the corners of it, and it'll just be where I can tuck it right in somewhere. Because it's pretty white on both sides. I do have to get my my paper cutter likes to shred instead of cut. Yeah. It has an issue. So anyhow, let's fix that. All right, let me get the journal over here. And we're going to put this one in. And let me rehash. Actually, I got another one over here. I just will get that one too. I don't like to have leftovers. You know that. All right, cut the corners off of that one. He's ready to go too. But I have always wanted to just use up what I've got. So we have paper bag, which is this. We have garden tool, which is a water can. We have a lock and key. We have the washi tape up here. And we have the ribbon. This ribbon really looked like old world kind of stuff. So it's kind of why I went with it. All right. I'm going to try not to show this to you because I still got a flip through to go for. Oh, here we go. The brick one is where I wanted this one to go. So we are going to glue it down right here. I'm going to use my fabric tack. And I thought about putting that little red mushroom on it, but I'm still debating. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to put my fabric tack on here. Get it to go down really good. And this is a nice strong adhesion, so if you want to try to make sure something's going to stay, this does hold well. And you can see this is the part where I folded it under, just so I wouldn't have any raw edges, kind of a deal. They're not always that great. Okay, so let me get my lid back on there. Get my second appendage here to help me. And we're going to go down right through the center. And I'm going to go out to the edge. I don't want it to be in the spine. So as far as I can go, I'll go. And I did some stenciling on this page. That's where the brick come from. And I may have to do a little bit more working on that. But I'll come back and do that after the fact, because I'll have to leave that open. Because I do have one more place in here. And I may end up putting that on there. Maybe that'll take care of that fuzzy spot. But up here is the other item I wanted to show you. Okay, here it is. This page. Now, this is an envelope that came out of her kit, Dreaming of Dragons. And you're supposed to score it and then fold it here, or here, here, and here. And then fold the little lid over. Okay. Well, I decided I wanted to see the full dragon. And then it got to where I thought, oh, well, let me put it over the end of this page. And I'll have to show you when I do the flip through how I made some of these pages, because they're a little different. But I'm going to do it. Well, actually, this is going to be on the outside. So I'm going to glue these two to this as best as I can. Let's see how that's going to work. Because what I want to do is have a flip, not a flip, two tucks, one on each side. Now I'm going to go ahead and go down here and put some glue there. I think it's going to go all the way over to here. Alright, let's see how that works. The top one I'm a little questioning where it's going to be. I probably had to stick my needle nose up in here. The reason this went on the outside is so that wouldn't get caught when, like, I'll probably use that on one of these here, but that just keeps that from getting caught. Actually, I think I'm already down there. Yeah. Alright, now the other side is already done. So it actually will actually move off of there if somebody pulls it hard enough, but I think we're good. I think some of that glue seeped under there to hold it. Now, this is also from her kit. It's a little file folder, and I really wish I could have got it to go up that way, but it's a little on the high side when it goes in a pocket. So this little dragon is going to go in here, and that's going to be his little pocket. And then this one back here, I'm going to maybe put this one, because it's got some greens. This doesn't have it. Well, it's got that color. Let's do that. But that can go in here like that and tuck in there. So there we go. And I'm not going to show you any more. That was all you got to see. And check out the flip through, which will be a couple more days. And I'll have to finish out that one piece. I want to thank everybody for coming to visit. Please give me a thumbs up if you think about it. But I'll be posting my video on Caroline's Craft Tree here in a few days on this little get-together. But go check her page out. It's really cool. All right, everybody, have a great, great day. I'll talk a little more on my adventures on my flip through of the dragon. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.